I have that little ring. It is a child's ring. I don't know anyone else that has saved it. There are others that have run across it. When they were older, it was passed to them, again, to remind them, and they have thrown it out. I chose to save it because I want to talk about it. And I want people to know these things are real. This ring has blood stains on it. It has a bar sinister on a crest on the side. And that is indicative of bloodline. There are others that have this ring out there. They start involving you in rituals. They start watching you. They watch your reaction. They push you to be as involved as they can get you to be in the ritual. They will hold your hand on a knife when they do sacrifice. This is so horrific for a child that they really have a hard time remembering. This is some deeper layer that goes inside of a child. I was involved in all of these things. I am not the only one. There are others. All children are brought up like this. It makes you part of the group. Then they tell you, you're one of us. You're just like us. Everything that's done at a ritual, child is involved in. It is very hard to be at a ritual and see other people being hurt. It's hard enough when you are, but you can zero in on yourself and go away. But when you are helpless, watching others be tortured and seeing what they do there, it's very painful. And it is, I don't even, at this point, I still could not fully describe to you how it feels. It's horrific. In these rituals, the number of participants is very important. Whether they are using male or female energy is important. There are some groups that only employ male energy. There are others that only employ female energy. And there are others that do both, and maybe one or the other for a specific occasion. There are children who are bred and born only to be sacrificed at some point in their lives. That is their purpose. There are so many children whose births are not recorded. I worked with a nurse midwife, and we did home births. She wasn't part of any of this, but if she was upset with somebody, she didn't record the birth. And the parents had problems by the time that child had to go to school. It was a practically impossible situation. All of these loosely knit cults, which are really, down at the bottom under the Illuminati, have homes where these children stay and are schooled in a private system. These children are used in snuff films, porn films, ritual sacrifice. They are white slaves. and they disappear. Some of them go underground. I mean, literally to underground cities, never to come back up. Some are food. They're a food source. They're an energy source. That's all they are. I went through all of this training when I was, till I was about 12 years old. Then I started being groomed again to be a mother goddess. There are only 3 alive on the planet at a time. A mother goddess is someone who is maiden, mother, and crone. The maiden embodies purity. The mother embodies the strength. And the crone embodies the wisdom and the knowledge. There are others that have other roles to play. But this specifically was my role. My role at a ritual was to bring down what they call the ancient ones, the old ones from the 4th dimension, to be a literal channel through which this being, discarnate entity, would come. And they would beg to stay here. They did not like where they were. They wanted to be in this physical realm. Some of them were brought down, or I should say many were brought down and anchored here. And they have to be anchored here with blood sacrifice. So at these rituals, there were, of course, sacrifice in which someone was killed or persons were killed. They have to be, so I've read from those that have an argument with what I say, that any blood sacrifice is a willing participant. Well, yes, that's true. Those that are willing don't know they're going to be sacrificed. They are raised and told what they're doing is an honor. They are being honored. In order to have the adrenochrome come out in the blood, which is what the reptilians need, those that take human form, and they need the adrenochrome to keep it, to extend their abilities, to for a little while have some more psychic ability. They need the adrenochrome. The only way that the adrenochrome can come into the blood, the way that they need it, is for someone to be tortured and traumatized in a long, drawn-out way. And that is what they need. When that happens, there's approximately 10 cc's of adrenochrome that will be coming out into the bloodstream. And that is what the person that this happens to, they're not told beforehand that they are going to die. This is why they're willing. They also utilize menstrual blood. My name within this system, one of my names was Starfire, which is pure female essence. I'm not the only one they utilize it from, but that just